Hello, I'm David, the spirit in the raw. I bring you channeled messages downloaded as automatic writing from the source. These messages are designed to trigger you in the awakening process and hasten your journey into your next reality. Hello, welcome to podcast number 16. Please excuse the croaky voice. I've had a cold for a couple of days, so I've been a little bit behind. Let me begin. This podcast is called Masters Awaken, downloaded on the 6th of December 2008, and let's begin. Welcome, David. We have downloaded a significant amount of data and instructions to you while you were meditating. The information we have provided includes new DNA sequencing and instructions to advance the current programs that are being delivered worldwide. Your exhaustion and inability to concentrate on tasks is caused by the process of integration. Once the process is complete, you'll discover a greater perception and clarity of the information available in your reality, and your insight and ability to trigger others will also be increased. The changes the body must endure to prepare for the coming changes are necessary for your survival and the role you have to play. The changes are accelerating at an increasing pace, and they will be even more evident when the current financial crisis has reached a new peak. The popular press will be saying, "When will it be the end?" As one low point will be followed by another. However, the end will come when those who are masterminding the process understand their manipulations are no longer effective. Unfortunately, there will be many hardships endured by millions of people before this realization arrives. Daily life can still be centered and full of beauty, but it is driven by the individual's values and understandings. Beauty and pleasure can be found in the simplest things, and these simple pleasures will become more important during the next 12 to 18 months as more pressure is applied by the manipulation masters. They call themselves masters, but they have no mastery at all, for their efforts only bring destruction and chaos. Gather more people into conversation, ask them about their understandings and perceptions of the changes coming. Give them permission to show their hearts and their inner being to you and to keep them safe, and they will do that. So I have to keep you safe, and I will. In the future, visitors will begin to arrive in a more overt manner. This is another signal of the increasing pace of change and the inevitability of those changes. Each master of this universe, that is, those who mastered their growth and development as souls in this reality, those masters will begin to wake from their slumbers. Some of you have always been aware, just not fully awake. Others have been in a deep sleep, and that deep sleep is being disturbed by the coming changes and the vibrations that are now resonate in the cells of these awakening masters. Why do these messages need to be repeated to all the time? That is an important part of the process. Each time the message is read, spoken, or written, it initiates the DNA resequencing process, and that process is continually stalled by the food you eat, the frequencies you're exposed to, by your industrial complex, and by the emotional stress manufactured by the manipulators. In fact, that is why they create these unreal stresses, to stall the resequencing process. Once the cells have been sufficiently exposed to the resequencing, the process cannot be halted, and that at that point the manipulators will no longer be effective. When the people hear this, they will understand the reasons for the repetition, and they will welcome the exposure to this information. With each repetition, there will be another link in the chain of evolution process. As more of the human race are taken to a higher level of understanding and intuition, so there will be less and less hold on Earth spell. Your vision and memory of lives past will also increase, and those glimpses you have of those past existences and incarnations will burst out in full and detailed recall. David, your messages are for those who will hear you. Do not concern yourself with any others. You don't need to seek them out. They will seek you out. Just be available. The search for information you'll supply is on, and as you write, speak, and display it, so it will change and move and reach those it is intended for. You already know there are many paradoxes in this process, and it is of little use to attempt to fathom it. Rather, it is better to experience it, as that is the purpose of the paradox, for without the experience, no lesson is learned. Most people will need simple words to understand this journey, and your art is providing the message, complex as it may be, in simple words. The people aren't interested in how and why, they just want to know what. They can hear and perceive truth. They don't need the old proofs, which were designed to prove misconceptions, manipulations, and lies. Rather, when they hear truth, they recognize it, it resonates in their being, and communicates with their higher self. Your higher self can't be deceived or confused when it comes to recognizing truth. So, what is truth? Each individual's truth is different and wholly dependent on the state of their progression in the evolution process. The path to full consciousness is staged, and at each stage the truth is different. It's just another example of the paradoxes you've already observed. There is no point of value in arguing a truth, as the listener to the argument may simply not be in a stage of development where they can hear your truth. They may well be listening to another truth which offers them an experience needed to become more enlightened, and after that process is complete, they may well discard their current truth for a new truth, one that supports and is true to their new stage of development. This creation is not an absolute, but rather a conglomeration of potentials and possibilities, and as each individual part of the whole takes their free will decisions, they change the potential and the possibilities. That is the end of this presentation, this download. I think it's very insightful, and I think the paradoxes are something we should be all taking good note of, because at one stage, one thing seems right to us, and at another stage, something else seems right to us. Keep listening. There's more to come. But again, if we're going to build this community, and we're going to build the number of like-minded individuals who are going to help us increase the consciousness of the planet, you need to subscribe and like the channel so that we can get the message out there. The next presentation I will give you, the download is called The Golden Age. Until then, thank you for listening. Bye now.